All right, today we're going to go inside of ZBrush here and do some bricks. As you can see, there's 10 bricks of each size on here. What you might notice is this one and this one are the same, and this one, this one, this one are the same. What we're going to end up doing with your homework is going to be make 10 bricks small, 5 of them damaged, and 5 of them normal. Now, if you can tell what I mean by normal, it just means no damage, but they're not the same. And then we're going to do 10 bricks big and 10 bricks not damaged and damaged. And we're going to go over how to do that, but you're going to have your own creative freedom on this, and you're going to have to build them for yourself. Okay, before we get started on that, and the eventual thing we're going to do is get it to be something like this. This is the stylized look that we're talking about right here, and this is the good start, and we'll talk about how to get all this information in there inside of Substance eventually. Okay, not this week. You'll notice that the UI is back to the way that the previous video we just watched has set it up. The big things that you need to know is that the buttons are over here are lightened up, and then some of the main buttons I use all the time are over here. And this big space up here, which we're going to use today in the lecture. So make sure you have this kind of set up the same way. And again, you can have some of your own custom decisions on here, but this is the big gap I kind of want. So that said, let's move forward. What we want is to use what are called, this guy, Michael Vicente, made years ago, and apparently I don't have it. I thought I had it up, but if you search up orb brush, this guy worked for Blizzard, and he worked on Darksiders, so he's got this really fat kind of feel to it, and this is kind of what we're looking for inside of here. There's some tutorials out here about how he did this and stuff, but we'll talk about that maybe at another point. But for now, let's go back and see what you have to do. So if I type in orb brush pack, and then orb brush, I come up with this link. It's right here. All you have to see is download. You have to type in 0 here and press enter, purchase again, and then download. So you can download all these brushes to your library. That's all I've done, and that's what you need to do too. I would just give them to you, but I really think it's fair since we're not paying for them, especially, Michael at least got an idea of who's using his brushes, so he can be proud or use it for whatever purposes. And some of the brushes I like, and some of the brushes I'm not using, and I'm sure he feels the same way about them. But we're going to download these for free right now, and I'll go on from there. Okay, so what we're going to do, now that I've downloaded them, I'm going to load them into here. You can make these defaults load up. I think we've talked about this before, but we don't want to do that because it ends up eating up. It makes ZBrush run slow and open slow and have more tendency to crash, because every brush that goes into Lightbox or into your menu ends up being something that has to load all the time, and it gets really heavy. So we're going to say load brush. We're going to go to wherever we downloaded it, and here they are here. And I didn't mean to close that. That was right. I was going to leave that open. So I open this one. It's a little bit better. The reason I want to open this, I'm going to put it on the other screen so I can take a look at these brushes that I have here. All right, so what we're going to do is pick this crack brush here. This one works pretty good. This is actually, they don't look the same as they do. I'm going to pick a slash brush and one of these, and then I'm going to pick, this one's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to grab this one for sure. So let's take a look and see what that is. If I come in here and I say load brush, and it doesn't crash on me. The preset came up. I know the names of them, so what I'm going to do is grab Flatten Edge Project like this. That's a good one. And then I'm going to say load brush. And the reason I did this is I put the brush menu over here so it's easy to grab them, and you'll see why in a second. I could have done it through the other menu, and I'll show you that too. I'm going to take it up here and go to cracks. I think it's just cracks. Yeah. I could also load it through here, load brush. And then I probably want large line. Yeah. And then I could do, I'm going to do Rebel 2. I'm throwing a bunch of these in here, and then we're only going to use 4 of them though, or 4 of them for short things. rock detail, I think, yeah. Okay. So I have all those. So really what I want to do is move these up here so I don't have to have this menu open real quick. So I'm going to turn on my enable customize, which if you don't remember is right inside of customize UI, nope, sorry. Configure, and then it's enable customize, but I just put it over here as a shortcut. And I'm going to drag orb cracks, and when I click on it in this menu, they're tiny. If I try and do it from like here, it's going to be huge. I don't want that. I want the small one. So I'm going to orb cracks up here, and then I'm going to do orb flatten next to it. Those are the two big ones. I'm going to do orb rubble here, and then orb line. Now I kept this one here too. It's kind of cool, but I'm already on it. But that's all we're going to do. So how did I get to this point? Well, that's the cool thing, and we will go over that next.